Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. It's been a good day for love. And it feels like the springtime. I don't know what it is. It's heating up. I can feel it, and I'm very intuitive. I'm very intuitive. In case I didn't say it, I'm Gat. And I want to welcome you again to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. Now, let me just tell you what's going on first. I want to tell you the picture I'm looking at right now. It's so loving. It's so beautiful. But that's not the picture you're looking at. It's the picture from the other video I just dropped about the twin flame heating up, what the expert numerologist explained. But I want to give you a little history because the first guy I did today, there's a certain amount of people you get done for the day, and the man he had his information. The other two kind of didn't, so I was definitely trying to get that information done because I don't want to just keep pushing back. So I needed that information, and then the one female, the one that has a beautiful romantic picture that you guys should be able to see. The one I'm looking at right now because it's so beautiful. Uh, we had a little, starting off because she wasn't sure she could trust, and I don't blame her. People are whatever, but at the same time, I don't want nobody asking me questions like I can't be trusted because I feel like I'm out here every day. So it's not like I'm going nowhere and people see my work, and I've done hundreds of these. So I mean, come on, let's get real. So I understand your concerns, but let's not be foolish, okay? Let's not be foolish at the same time. So me and her went back and forth, but then she finally agreed to do it. She was ready to do it. So that was it. So it's mostly I feel like you're filling each other out in that sense, and but she's pretty cool. So her numerologist he said a lot of good things about her, and I could already tell. Just I know by intuition and just certain things I was saying. So so first you had the good guy video because it's not every man's not bad, ladies. You guys just gotta stop picking the bad boys. That's all. You gotta learn how to use a bad boy for stupid stuff because that's all he's gonna be good for. But when you want something real, you use a good guy. Me, I'm not a female, so I don't know what it's like, but I'd want to be loved. I could give. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I would have. If I was a female, I'd probably like the bad boy too, or whatever. But only for that point, like that part of my life. I wouldn't, I would already know that. Like when I was dating the Kenyan, I loved the Kenyan. I wish the Kenyan wouldn't have been so immature and so immoral. But I knew me and the Kenyan was just together for whatever, and I knew that wasn't gonna last because she was just way too immature. She flirt with guys right in front of your face every time. If you needed the guy's number, just shake her jacket, boom, they fall out the pockets. So it is what it is. So now I'm just taking my time. Don't worry, I'm just taking my time because I want to talk about love because we're talking about twin flame and we're talking about love and people want to know are we twin flames and we need to talk about love. Why is everybody afraid of love? All right, so let me see. Let me see. Give me one more moment, and then I'll be right with you guys, and then we're going right in. So I'm looking at this picture that's so beautiful. So, it's right on my page. So it's right on my channel. So it's a picture right before this video with the guy. It's just so romantic, so sweet. And I tell you that I knew what I was doing. I said twin flame heating up because they're still out in the cold. But that's not stopping them from being warm and loving and fluffy. It's nothing wrong with fluffy and romance. There's nothing wrong with fluffy. That's the problem. Now everybody wants to be so hard. All right, so let's go in. Let me just look at the picture before we get started. I'm setting the mood. You don't mind if I play a little Barry White, do you? I'm just joking. We don't have to go that deep with it. But just see, they just know this is what. Oh, I'm not even going to use the word twin flame, twin soul, but these are just two people to know they belong together. He's looking at her to let her know, and I think that's really what a lot of ladies want. They want the confidence. They want you to feel a certain way. But I gotta be honest. It's only like certain guys that'll do that. Either a guy that's really serious about it, or a player. And a player could just be a guy. A player could be a womanizer, but it could just be a guy who's just good at doing goofy stuff because it's goofy, but it's so romantic, it's so sweet. But females can do the same thing, or females like the attraction, but they don't want the commitment. I see that a lot. So what happens is you get you get like pain. You'll get a guy that wouldn't mind being in a relationship, but he just can't go through the pain no more. And you got a female that's looking at him like, well, he doesn't act like a guy. Like he acts like he's scared to talk. He acts like he's weird and stuff like that. But then he's looking at her like, you're exactly making my point. You don't even know me. We haven't even held a conversation, and you're already trashing me. So why do I want to keep opening up my heart to somebody just gonna keep destroying it? So that's why you can't always get this right here. This is a beautiful picture, and the only thing is you have to know what does each person want, because she may just want, oh, I love the flirtation, I love the closeness, I love that he seems so intense, but let's not get too serious. And that'll confuse the hell out of a person. If a guy did that to a female, it would confuse the hell out of her. Because, like, what are you talking about? Do you think I just give my emotions to anybody? So you gotta like play games on this planet, and that's why I just decided I was sick of playing games. And I'm the type of guy. The worst thing a person can think is count me out. Like, that's the worst mistake they can make. Because I'll fight to the last second. And if you've ever seen where somebody will do something like at the last second and then like either go into overtime or even win, you say, how the hell? He was getting his ass kicked. I'm that guy. Because I don't give up. Because see, what you see right here, I believe in it. But I believe this. Both people need to know what they really want. Because if you're a person and you love that type of eye contact, that type of like soulmate connection, that type of things, but you're still saying, but I'm not ready to get serious yet. I'm not ready for a commitment. Then you need to grow up and be honest. Does that person know that's how you feel? Or are you just sucking it all in? Sucking it all in. And you got this guy being so serious and so intent with you and so wanting to be with you only and blah, blah, blah. But you're still going, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. Because either you're taking it for granted, looking a gift horse in the mouth, or you're the player. So I think it's beautiful, but this is what I believe. And I've been pretty accurate. You guys know me. I've been pretty accurate. I honestly believe that your person's out there. Now, I've been doing this twin soul, twin flame thing. And the good thing about it, it wakes you up. It wakes you up because now we've opened up a discussion. I've heard a lot, read a lot of accounts, heard a lot of accounts. I've talked about it a lot, but it opened it up to discussion. Because I really do believe, this is what I believe. Sometimes it's not going to be with that person. Sometimes they just open you up to further analyze. Because see, when I see my twin, she was ready the first day. But I wasn't, because I've been hurt so many times. To see, and you know, like I worked around women, so to see some women at you and looking like they are into you or whatever, or crazy or whatever, they're just looking at you like, oh, I want to talk to me or something. They just be staring at you like that. But it's only because you're acting like you don't care, like you don't want to be bothered. So that turns them on even more. Like it's nothing real. So to me, they tell you one of the stages of twin flame is that great eye contact and everything at first, but then it goes sour. Then it goes sour. And then you guys go into running, chasing. So I'm like, why the hell would I want to start it if it's going to stop? Do you think I just do that with anybody? So what I'm trying to say is, if a female felt a certain way, but maybe as a guy, you just don't want to be hurt no more, and she gets upset with that, like she's like, oh, I thought, he's, I'm looking at him and I thought he was a man, but he's not a man because he's acting like a little bitch and blah, blah, blah. Well, then you're not the one for me, because what did I do to you? Other than just, you're taking everything, you're overreacting. Like, maybe if you had just reassured me, it would have been a difference between us. Then, if we're going to go a little bit further, see, at my job, I had a person that was a soulmate, and I had a person that was a twin flame or twin soul. They both worked there. And the other one, the soulmate, she more or less waited for me to talk and stuff like that. But it still got down to the same third dimensional BS. Because she's trying to be all in my world or whatever, but it's just basically like on sex. And I wasn't with it at all. I didn't do that once, because I'm just not on that. I'm not on that level no more. And then when I tried to take it to a more loyal situation, she wasn't with it. In fact, like I said, that's when they start playing hard to get. It's the moment they sense it, like they play games. And I guess it's a nature thing because I guess they do the same thing out in nature. I don't know, but it's like the more they sense you're interested, the more they want to play. But if you show no interest, then they show you devotion. So running and chasing, that goes everywhere, whether it's twin flame or not. But see, a dude like me, and now I thank God because I'm backing up everything I'm saying. A dude like me, we trying to build property. You understand? Like that running and chasing that little girl, little boy stuff. I've already did that. Third, fourth grade, junior high school, maybe high school. So I'm not really into that no more. So this is this is where I'm gonna lose probably 90% of y'all. Some of y'all are gonna get what I'm about to say. So I'm not really into the whole thing, are you my soul or are you? Is this? I need that woman that knows how to just let's move, let's do it. So she's got to have some emotional maturity about herself, and I do believe with a guy like me, that's when you'll get this that you're looking at. But only when I get it, it'll be more realer. Why? Because she was already mature enough to know we're trying to build. Like how am I going to build if I'm hurting this guy? That's just stupid. Why would I hurt the guy that I'm supposed to be building with? It doesn't make sense. So she's a little bit more emotionally mature. And then me, I already knew. I knew from day one what I wanted. When I was a little kid, I had a business. I was a little kid. I was like 5 years old. I kept my accounting book. This is the truth. They used to call me an old man, but that's because I'm an old soul. I used to have an accounting book with all my clients and accounting and all the records. And I had people working for me. I had other little kids knocking on doors selling like comic books and shit. And I was like young as I don't know what. So I'm the type I always knew. So you need somebody like that because all this, all that stuff I described earlier, I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to make this video longer than it already is. But those are immature people because they want it, but they don't want it. They take it for granted and blah, 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 and they'll cheat on you, whatever else. And anytime you have somebody looking at each other like that, that's a serious look, especially his. He's like not playing, and either that's serious or it's not. How can anybody out there listening tell me that's not supposed to be a committed relationship? How if you're looking at that and saying, well, that doesn't necessarily mean committed, they're just out having fun. No, maybe you need to grow up. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you don't understand there's a difference between fun and committed fun. But when you start looking at each other like that, that's way different. Say, well, no, not necessarily. Maybe a female is just trying to get your attention if you're working somewhere and she's just staring at you or something. I don't know. Because some people say that's creepy. So I went through all that hell with my so-called twin, and that's what it was. But that's because she was a highly immature person. So in that process, that's really what destroyed everything. Because not saying I did everything right, but I was trying to talk to her. I was available, but because she was whatever, indigo or crystal, whatever she was, she just played games. But everything happens for a reason. And now this picture and the last few videos I've done today, plus some stuff that happened earlier, it's helped me come to certain conclusions. See, as a man, you have to know what you want. You have to know what your wants and your needs are. And I don't know. If you want to dedicate an aspect of your time looking for it, you can. But that's something you may find. It's something you may not find. And then sometimes you find things that you're not even happy with. So me personally, I do other stuff because there's other things I want to do besides be with somebody. So I do other things, and if something develops out of that, then so be it. But if it doesn't, then maybe because I can't take another one. Like a person been locked up for a long time, they go, I can't do another bid. I can't have another bad relationship. I would love to have that right there. That's just great. And don't get me wrong, because people do need their own lives. Like even if you have a committed relationship, she still needs her life. She has her family. She has things she wants to do. I got no problem with that. But I need to know that this is real. Like I need to know. Otherwise, I don't know why you're sitting there staring at me. Because the moment I stop what I'm doing and turn my attention to you, you're gonna start playing hard to get. I've seen it too. I've been out here too long, and I'm just a grown ass man. I'm not really out here playing. That was cool when I was like a teenager. I'm a grown ass man. So if you're a female and you can look at your man like that and you mean it, God bless you. If you're a man And you can look at your woman like that. God bless you. Because that's the way it should be. And it's beautiful.